You've heard me talk about bear deterrence in other videos, and I showed you guys a series of different type of deterrents that are available out there and what I like to use when I go out camping. However, I came across this little gizmo over here by Brite Strike. It's an American company that builds all kinds of flashlights, high-end flashlights for the military and for the police, and their products are like way up there, top shelf, I must say. Okay, I was a little reluctant on purchasing this little baby over here in the beginning, because at first when I looked it up on the internet, our retailers here in Montreal, they were selling these things for about 80 bucks Canadian. I can tell you right off the bat, your best bet would be to go to Amazon. I picked this thing up on Amazon. I believe tax in, shipping charges, everything came to about half of that price. I think I paid like 38 bucks or $40 for this little kit. Now, does it work? I don't know. I've tried it out in my backyard. I have not experienced it with, pests like animals, what have you. But I believe that it will, give you fair warning if somebody breaches your camp perimeter. Let me approach the camera a bit, get a closer look at this little baby, and I'll, give you a little rundown on what you get within this kit. Stay with me, guys. So this is the complete kit over here, okay? And it comes with two 10-meter coils of monofilament tripline. You see over here. You get two blue lead APALs with a polished finished in the front, and like these things here, they have adhesive in the back, 3M adhesive, and you can only use them once. I mean, you cannot take off, peel the adhesive backing there, stick it on, remove it, put it back on. And the batteries in these things are not replaceable. So you use it, batteries run dry, throw it away, get yourself other ones. And they are available in sets of 10, and I believe they're about 50 bucks. It's going to run you about $5 a piece, which is about the price of a battery. Now, these things here will run way over 200 hours. So you can keep these things on running for a whole week and they will not go dead on you, okay? Now, I'm not going to turn them on inside the house because you probably won't see anything. You will also get some nylon zip ties. These things, I don't even know why they put them in the package. I mean, you can layer, they're like, what, 5-6 inches. You wouldn't be able to wrap this around a tree or anything. Anyway, they're there. If you want to use them, you can go ahead. You get some 8-inch strip of 100 mile per hour duct tape, so you can use it, as you wish, whatever. And this is pretty good quality duct tape, 100 mile an hour. You get your instructions, okay, and comes in a neat little box over here. Now, in front of the box, you're going to see a Kodiak bear, and you're going to see your little gizmo over here. Again, people, like I said, I have not tried this. I don't know how well it'll work. The alarm system on this baby, when you trigger it inside your house, it's deafening. It runs at 135 decibels, and it also has a built-in red flashlight, okay, beam, or whatever you want to call it, right? It's got a strobe. I don't know if you can see this. It's got a strobe, and on the end over here, this is your trigger mechanism. Like once you pull on this chain, it releases the pin, and then it triggers off the alarm, which turns on the strobe, and it shoots out a high-pitched sound, which is extremely annoying. Now, like I said, inside the house it's deafening. Outside, so-so. But from what I understand, it's not how loud it is. It's the amount of decibels, or the pitch, if you want. I don't know, that is annoying to critters out there. So let me pull on the tab over here so it'll give you a little idea, but I'm not going to keep it running for a long time because, like I said, it is deafening. Here we go, guys. So it's pretty deafening and annoying. Put it back. Now, this gizmo here is not waterproof, and it's not, I mean, you cannot leave it out exposed to the elements because it's gonna die on you. However, these things here, they're absolutely weatherproof. Okay. Now, this unit over here, the main unit, comes with a 9-volt battery. Okay, which is replaceable. So, this thing here you don't have to throw out. These things here, you use them, finish with them, you got to toss them. So it's a pretty neat little system. It's not expensive. You can play around with it. Like I said before, I don't know how well it'll work against deterring animals, but I can tell you that this thing here is deafening to the human ear. Now, you could imagine what an animal how it sounds to an animal. I mean, I turn this thing off, my dog hightails it. She takes off down to the other room. Okay, so you can understand. It's a pretty high-pitched sound. You can use these opals for many, many different things. You can mark your tree stand, your blinds. If you want to bury, provisions in the bush where you can locate them a couple of days later. All you do is stick this one onto a tree, turn it on, and you'll find your stash type of thing. Okay, but then again, so will other people entering the same area. So if you want to be discreet about where you put your things, I wouldn't use these, but you can use them as a trail marker to help you get out. So you can backtrack. And like I said, these things here, they run for at least 200 hours. I've heard people say that these things here can run up to 300 hours, and that's way over a week, 24 hours a day. You can do the math. 240 hours is 10 days, okay? So you know what it is. What we're going to do, we're going to try to, make like a diamond configuration. So we're going to take one of the monofilament lines, going to attach it to one of these posts over here and against that fence, and then again come back in a V, attach it to one of these posts over here. So we're going to have kind of like a triangular perimeter that we're going to try to secure, and we'll see how it works once the perimeter is breached. So stay with me, guys. I'll show you how I set this thing up, and at the end, and later on when it gets a little dark, we'll see if it works. Okay, so stay with me, guys. Here we go. What I'm going to use instead of the monofilament line is this little garden wire that I have here. So what I want to do is just pass it through the chain that's hooked up to the pin that triggers the alarm. I'm going to put it here. This is just temporary. I just want to give you guys an idea of what's going on here. Okay, so I have this thing affixed to the post here with the self-adhesive 3M backing that's on the CAPSS system right here. And now I'm going to take this this lead here, I'm going to put it all the way in the back, attach it to the other side of the fence, creating a diamond configuration. So, as you can see, I have the CAPSS system right over here. Oops, over my finger, right over here. I have the garden wire wrapped up around the pin chain, and it goes all the way back this way onto this side of the fence right over here, and it goes all the way here. I have it affixed to my staircase here, and this is just a demonstration, guys, to show you how easy it is to set this thing up. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take another lead from this area here, and I'm going to put it way down there. Where is it? Come on, man. Down there on that post right next to the CAPSS. Well, this is what it looks like at night, and it's not totally dark. I mean, look at the sky. It's still it's not pitch black, and they're illuminating quite a bit. The opals are, at least, and they are bulletproof. These little opals they're bulletproof. They'll work in almost any weather. Snow, sleet, summer, rain, whatever. And battery life on those little opals, not the one that you're looking at right now. This is the main trigger system of the CAPSS, and this thing here runs with a 12-volt battery, but the CAPSS, like what you see down there and the other one over here, these things will run over 250 hours. So you're looking at about 10 days continuous run, okay, which is quite a long time. Now, what I think I would have liked better than the configuration I have here was to get maybe another trigger system like this little baby over here, and affix it probably in that area here. You walk across this the wire. Let me show you what it'll do. So you come across, see, and it's really annoying. I think it will. I think it'll scare off some animals. Maybe not all of them, but let me see if I can get this thing off. Turn it off before the neighbors call the cops. Hell. Yeah. So as I was saying before, I had to put the camera down and put the pin back into that little gizmo because it was my ears are still buzzing. So like I said before, I would have liked to have 2 more opals and 1 more of these things here. I mean, you can't even see it here in the dark, but one of the CAPSS trigger systems here. This is the strobe, flash, continuous. And they say you can see these things from a mile away. If it's pitch dark, you probably could. Anyway, let's go back inside. Okay, so I want to thank you guys for joining me again here on another video, a review. I hope it was interesting. Like I said before in other videos, I do not work for any one of these companies that I review. What I do, I go out and I purchase the gear, the food, etc., whatever, and I try it out, and if I think it's worth reviewing, I put out a video, and so that you guys out there can be a little more informed and you don't have to go out and spend your money before you at least hear what I have to say about it. Now again, I'm not no expert in any one of these fields. You know, I do this as a hobby. I appreciate everything you do for us here at Boreal Bushcraft Canada and Boreal Mountain Anoraks. Your support, your comments, your subscriptions, and all the sharing you guys do out there really motivates me to go out and do more for you guys. So I want to thank everybody for joining me again here on Boreal Bushcraft Canada. And there's going to be a lot more videos coming out in the very near future. I'm sorry if I was a little dormant in the past, but we had a little bit of bad luck within the family, and I just couldn't go out there. I didn't have the time to go out there and make all these videos as soon as I would have liked to. Anyway, thanks again for joining me, guys. Thanks for everything you do for me and my family, and I'll see you all of you guys on the next vid. So long for now.